Ubisoft considering suing Dan Allen. He'd better make some better apology videos. Who is Dan Allen anyway? So he leaked some Ubisoft shit? Or what did he leak? Who's this? I'm sorry. So, what did he leak? He broke NDA to leak a bunch of stuff? How many subscribers does he have? 189,000. How many of those are recent? Ooh. You leaked all the Assassin's Creed shit. Okay. Darcia, this can't stick around long due to making a few extra bucks for the rich corporations. Thank you, dude. I appreciate it. Go get it. Go get your bag. Okay, I actually want to hear this apology. I want to hear how you justify breaking a bunch of NDAs and making things worse for everyone.
Hey everyone, Dan here. I'm just coming on here to apologize. If you're not familiar, what's happened is I created a alternate Twitter account called The Real Insider, and started leaking things. The one that gained a lot of followers was Assassin's Creed. I leaked the title of the games, the actress, a few other things, and the accounts.
So I've heard something about this. I had heard something about this. I hadn't really looked too deeply into it. So he's a big YouTuber. Now, people in Australia, from what I'm aware, are usually pretty good about giving access to YouTubers. Because I seem to see a lot of stuff coming out of Australia in terms of access media for content creators, which is a good thing. More people should work with content creators. And this guy basically utilized that to leak a bunch of stuff. Okay, let's continue.
Started to take off, and I mentioned Silent Hill and Metal Gear Solid Remake, and I can say that there was no NDAs involved there because it's all bullshit. It's all lies, bullshit, secondhand comments.
Here's one of the things that I always wonder when something like this happens. Why? Right? Just because, like, it's not like you can even benefit from it on your main channel. The only thing that would be benefiting is this Twitter account that you've made, which is leaking the things, which I'm assuming would get a lot of Twitter engagement. Why do it? I genuinely do not understand. Let's see if he gets into that.
Half the posts were educated guesses. For example, I put a photo up of Kratos just before the state of play. It was an educated guess.
I mean, come on. Of course God of War was going to be in the state of play. I could have predicted that, like, duh.
Due to the fact that Christopher Judge had retweeted, he'd retweeted the state of play, so I figured it would be there. It was. It's all bullshit. I'm ashamed of it. It was pathetic, and just dishonest. So, and a lot of you are reaching and saying, "Well, why the fuck did you do it?" And
yes, exactly. This is the most important thing that I want to know. Why?
To be honest, it's Clout. It's the buzz. It's being addicted to the thrill.
I can't believe my man actually just said it's the clout. How old is he? How old is this guy? Do we know? Looks 30s. Looks like late 90s to 90s. Looks like late 20s to me. Late 90s. Dude's 100 years old. I wonder. Okay, let's see. Was born in 93? Did I get that right? He unlocked the Fall Guys Platinum Trophy. 1983. He's 28 years old. Not 1993. 28 years old. See? Got him. I told you, the late 20s, man. Late 20s. It's like, because obviously, like, I'm old as balls now. I'm old as dirt. I'm almost irrelevant in this industry at this point, being 40 years old. But it just seems to me that the younger you are, the more prone you are to doing really stupid shit. And it is indeed like the clout thing. Like, everybody wants that clout. Everybody wants that clout. It's so weird to me. It's so incredibly weird to me. Because like, the way that I've always looked at both YouTube and Twitch is like, would I like to be bigger? Yes. Would I like to be fucking huge? No. I just need to be big enough. It's like, I just want to be big enough to be able to live off of it. That's it. I don't want to be bigger. I don't need to be a fucking millionaire. I just need to be able to maintain my current quality of life, and I'll be happy. I don't want to go out and buy a Bugatti. I don't need to buy a Bugatti. It would be red if I did, by the way. But no. I don't need to go out and buy a Bugatti. I don't give a fuck about sports cars. I don't give a fuck about any of these expensive hobbies that a lot of people have. I do not care. Could not care any less. Yeah, let's continue.
Of thousands waiting on what you're going to say, and it's pretty much pathetic. It's sad. It's I've taken for granted, my access, I've nearly got 200,000 subscribers, the flexibility of content, all taken for granted for this fucking facade, and I'm ashamed, disgusted. I've got a sinking feeling in my stomach ever since, and I'm not making any excuses, because it is my fault and no one else's but mine, and because of it, I've lost industry friends. I've lost relationships, personal, business-wise opportunities.
Of course.
All for, that 5 seconds of fame. And, I take full responsibility. Even all the hate that I've received on Twitter, it's all just. But I just had to delete it, because I've never experienced that barrage of hate before. And again,
I don't have any particular hate towards the guy. I just think that it sucks because, so for instance, in my case, at the point that I'm at in the industry, I mean, for starters, I don't even ask for that much early access nowadays. It's just something that, I'm trying to move more and more away from even needing the early access. Like, I'll still get some stuff, like probably anything Monster Hunter and stuff I'll obviously be interested in. But like, I'm even avoiding a lot of that, because it kind of sucks when it's just all about, oh, I have the access, so I'm able to put in the early thing and boom, and do the stream early a little bit before everybody else. I've always said I'm not a huge fan of it. Obviously, I'll do it because everybody else that has the access is going to do it. And if you don't do it, you're kind of fucked, basically. Right? But it's like, in the position that I'm at right now, right? Like, I know, I have a little bit of a network of contacts of people that I know in the industry that if I need to get access to something, I mean, I don't have access to everything for sure. And it's never like a guaranteed thing, but I do have people that I can like ping and stuff, and people find me to be trustworthy and stuff like that, because I've worked with a lot of people. I've worked with PlayStation. I've worked with Nintendo. The only people I haven't worked with is Microsoft. And interestingly enough, this is on them, not on me. But anyway, I've worked with plenty of people in the industry in Portugal. I've worked with people in the industry in the States. I've worked with a lot of people in the industry, and I don't think a single person can ever point anything that I've done that could be considered unprofessional at me in the industry. So in a way, It's like if I go to somebody and I ask for a code and they happen to ask around to anybody else, if they find someone that has worked with me before, this person will tell them, yes, Rurikhan is trustworthy, he's reliable, he's whatever. This is probably what will happen in a general industry interaction, because I've interacted with a lot of people in the industry in terms of like PR and stuff like that. So for me, him doing this actually doesn't affect me at all. The problem with him doing this is that this affects the people coming after him and the people coming after me. As in, imagine like there's a young kid, like 18, 19, 20 years old, trying to get his foothold in the industry. The fact that this guy did this is going to be bad for them, because everybody just sees like, oh, these YouTubers, you can't fucking trust them. These fucking streamers, you can't fucking trust. They leak everything. It's like it was one guy. But this is the thing about the internet. It's just like instantly, it just like generates the generalization of everyone that does what he does, and everyone's a leaker, right? Everyone's a leaker. So any new person that comes in trying to get keys, trying to get a foothold in the industry, trying to get access, anything, people are going to say like, nah, he's a YouTuber, can't trust him. Those guys leak everything. Can't trust them. Can't trust those guys. They leak everything. They're all about the clout. They're clout goblins. That's all they fucking care about. So it's like I'm saying, to me, this doesn't affect me at all. But the people coming after me, like the new people trying to get started on this, creating content, they're the ones who are getting affected by this, not me.
Totally justified. But I just had to step away from that, because I'm just, mentally it's not great to see all those things about you being put out there, and I haven't experienced that before. So, but I'm not looking for any sympathy at all. I'm not looking for you to be forgiven. I'm literally just apologizing here today. I want to apologize to the content creators, firstly, because
Oh, you
the
recognize
shit that I did just only it only makes it harder for content creators now. It's already hard enough.
I haven't seen
And
the
shit
video.
like this just makes it even harder for them to get early access and things
Yes.
like that. And again, it's disgusting. I want to say sorry to the journalists and media who, they work hours and hours. And for me to come in with these silly remarks and ruin it, it's just the integrity of it is just, I'm truly sorry to them. I'm sorry to PR companies, devs, everyone that, has trusted me over the years. I've blown that, and I probably will never get it back. And that's my fault and my fault alone. And I'm sorry to the fans, the fans and the people that actually supported me and watched my videos over the years, and I've really let you down. I've failed you. And all I can do from here is try to be a better human, try to learn from this catastrophic mistake, this incomprehensible stupidity that is just lost for words. But I'll take some time off now. I'm gonna just get away from it and just try and learn from this mistake and come back, hopefully, as a positive force and not a negative one. And again, I'm probably not going to come back to Twitter because I'm not welcome, and nor should I be after what I've done. So maybe I will come back, but at the end of the day, I'm just sorry. And I can't reverse time, but what I can do is try to be a better man moving forward, and promise you that this will never happen again, and I will learn from these mistakes, and that's going to be it. Thank you, guys.
It's like I would assume he's blacklisted in the industry. That's what I would assume. Because like most of the people who do PR and community management for video games, they're kind of like in touch with each other. They constantly talk with one another to, you know, sometimes ask somebody who is trustworthy, who's not, all of this stuff. So, yeah. It'll be interesting to see if companies go after this guy. Here's the problem with companies going after him. Like, what the fuck are they gonna get? Like, you think our guy here is like swimming in the money? You think Van Allen is getting like fucking tons of money? Like, you realize that one of the main reasons why I try to get access to video games is not even for the early access. It's simply because that way I won't have to buy the game. Because YouTube money ain't gonna pay for all of the fucking games that we cover. It just doesn't happen. It just doesn't happen, dude. It's like, it is what it is. So it's like, even if they go after him, what are they gonna do? They're gonna ruin the man's life and get fucking nothing out of it? I mean, they can make an example out of him, sure. It's like, oh, don't you fucking dare leak again. But it's like, people are still gonna do it. Imagine doing the best voice actor interviews and started doing a full Red Dead Redemption stream with Rob just to throw it all away for leaking content while under NDA. Literally the only reason I'm even writing this comment is to voice how massively disappointed I am. This was such a good channel providing actual good interviews with voice actors, and this is how everything ends because of such arrogance and disregard for everyone else. Greed has always been and always will be a painful path to destruction. Holy shit. Someone working in marketing and PR for a video game publisher, let me just make it known that you have absolutely just made things a lot harder for your peers. Yep, just like I said. There's enough background work that goes into content creator relationships and even more that goes into the vetting process. All you've achieved is to make pretty much every publisher think longer and harder before onboarding creators with an announced info and access. Willingly signing an NDA and then completely ignoring it isn't a mistake, it is a calculated decision you've chosen to make on a multitude of occasions to try and climb over those who play the game fair. The thing is, again, it's not about trying to climb over those who play the game fair because, like I said, he doesn't even get anything out of it. There's actual, like, what do you get out of a popular Twitter account? Nothing. Oh, I have a popular Twitter account. Boo fucking who? Who gives a shit? Nobody cares. Literally, unless it's popular enough to like Elon Musk levels, at which point you can influence the price of Dogecoin, then yeah, some people care. But I don't think you'd be able to do that with a gaming account, so, you know. I wonder if that's what his plan was. Bro, I'm gonna make a massive Twitter account and then influence the price of stocks. His leaker account also had like 8,000 followers, by the way. A lot of people I know call themselves content creators when they just have a lot of followers on Twitter. You can create content on Twitter. I genuinely hope that Wild West era of creators and influencers were a thing of the past. Between us and PR and US creators, we've established boundaries and precedent, and you've just torn them down. I don't wish to kick you when you're down, Dan, but that's a monumentally shitty thing to do, especially when you've done it on more than one occasion. Damn. Hope time off helps you reflect, and I really hope you can take positive steps towards repairing the broken trust you've lumbered thousands of other creators with. And perhaps you can also understand the magnitude of the problems you caused the PR, marketing, brand development teams of the products which details you leak. It would also help you understand why so many are pissed with you. I expected more from you. Don't be sorry, Dan. Be better. Looks like this guy worked with him. Because this looks like a very personal post. I'm ashamed. I'm disgusted. You're not, though, are you? You're just upset that you got caught. I'm going to be real. I was looking at some micro expressions during that... I was looking at some micro expressions during the video. The vibe I got is the same as this guy. The vibe I got was the same as him. As a person who signs a lot of those NDAs, it's not the legal obligation that prevents him from publicly revealing that information. It's the fact that if I do, there are multiple people, other human beings that might suffer and have their work ruined because of that. You obviously didn't mind that. As some people stay here already, you're probably only sorry because you got caught. Don't be sorry, be better. Jesus Christ. Big Fried TV. I'm gonna leave a comment at the punch down at the shit on your day, but to tell you that with you doing this, just hurt the entirety of the gaming creator community. Companies will now be even more strict with things like NDAs and behind closed door meetings. Good stuff, man. Yeah. Like I said, this is the biggest problem. Notice how I said that before anybody brought it up.